Now then, people, good morning and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you were all doing well. Got my coffee ready on the go as you go, you know. Big up to Danny Talks Sport, always on the button. He says smash a like and subscribe. Big up to my man Ina over in that there Nordic land, I believe. It's Norway, isn't it? Cameron Summer Hayes and, of course, Oliver. Oliver, I hope you enjoyed the game yesterday. We missed you on the watch-along. Apologies. I didn't do Sheffield United versus Sunderland last night. I had my girlfriend here and stuff, and we had stuff planned. So, yeah, it was nice to have the evening off. And, of course, what a result it was, as predicted by yours truly, Icelandina. I do apologize. It's too late to apologize. But, yeah, look, end of the day, like Tom says, point gained. The chasing pack faltered, as the title says. The chasing pack faltered, people. Burnley drew at home against Stoke. People want to chat about their away form. Just totally negate the fact that they're shite at home. I would argue we're closer away form-wise to them, their away form, than they are to our home form, if that makes sense. But people don't want to give you the full context to there. So, yeah, happy days. Burnley dropped points against Stoke at home. Piss poor. And then Sheffield United go to Sunderland with a threadbare squad. Kiefer Moore misses a penalty. Happy days. And they lose the game 2-1, which means Leeds United have ultimately gained a point on Sheffield United and puts us now 3 points ahead of the chasing pack. And yours truly, okay, it could have been 6. And we predicted 5. But yours truly has said, yeah, we will create a gap. And as we started the year yesterday, we have a gap. We have a 3-point gap. Now, Liam Moore said if we have a gap on New Year's Day, he'll donate £50 to Andy's Man Club. I hope he does. I know he will. He won't let the side down. I'm going to go Nigel Farage on you here and say, all them doubters, you all laughed at me. But you're not laughing now, are you? You are not laughing now. Now, of course, listen, I did my post-match reaction. It's there for all to see. I was frustrated. I was annoyed. The Solomon sub, the goalkeeping, which people have told me I was harsh on. So that's fair enough. I've still not watched it back, so I'm still pissed. I'm still annoyed. But hey-ho, I'm over it now. I'm over it. The reason I'm over it helps with Sheffield United getting beat at Wearside, just across the way here, just across the water. And Chris, I hear you. You're right. You're still annoyed about that goal. We had the win. Probably we didn't create anything, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we could be 6 points clear, Lee, because we're actually 3 points clear. We could have been 6 points clear. Oh, no, because we've already got a point. So it'd have been 5. It would have been 5. Lee, apologise. Apology. What's up with me this morning? I'm full of glee. I'm full of glad tidings. Because Leeds United are top of the table with a 3-point gap, which means we lose a game, we'll still be top. Now, I don't want us to lose games, but that there is a bonus, isn't it? It is a massive bonus because now the onus is on Burnley and Sheffield United to win every single game. Because if they drop a beat and we win, the gap's getting bigger. The gap's getting bigger. They need to also win every game because if we do drop points, then they can get on level terms with us. But they won't pass us because our goal difference is far superior. So going into 2025, we are the team to beat. We are the team to catch. Yeah. We have Hull away next. You know, of course, people are worried away. They're 22nd in the table. They lost at home to Middlesbrough. They beat Blackburn away. They lost against Preston. They beat Swansea. They're very inconsistent. They're 22nd for a reason. They've got a new manager in the dugout. I think we win the game. But Burnley have to play Blackburn. A Blackburn fan actually commented on my video and said, look, you are quality, far better. And he said, you know, don't worry. I forgot what the name of the derby is, but Burnley-Blackburn is a massive game. It's a massive game. It's a big derby. So they've got to go and do that now. At Blackburn, at Ewood Park. Now, they are better away from home, and I could see it being nip and tuck and maybe 1-0 either way. But that's a very tough game for them. And Sheffield United have to play Watford. Watford have not been great of late, lost the last 2. But again, we play. So Burnley have to do something in their derby. You know, Sheffield United have to go away to Watford, who are still in 8th place. And we've got Hull. And we have a 3-point gap. Happy birthday to Andy, by the way. I can see people saying it. I will get to some of your comments. I just want to say a big shout out to my man Locks, blue tinted glasses, gifted 5 Just Joe Football Show memberships. Listen, me and him have banter till the cows come home, but I'm so happy for him that he's been wanting to do YouTube for a while without actually voicing it. He's tried different channels, different avenues. He's now found his niche. He's on it and he's flying. So big up to Locks, yeah? Gifted 5 Just Joe Football Show memberships. Thank you for that, bro. And as much as I banter him, I do want him to stay in the division because I do want us to do regular content together because it adds spice when you're in the same division. And we're good together, so it's not like we're in a relationship, Locks. But yeah, big up to Locks. Go check out blue tinted glasses. Lee says we could be 5 points clear, which makes yesterday's result more annoying. It does. I hear you. But it's fine. It's fine. Why is it fine? Because we're still top of the table. And we have a 3-point gap. So theoretically, we can lose a game and still be top because they're not catching us with our goal difference. They're just not. Burnley are 8 behind us. Also, Burnley lost Hannibal yesterday to a stamp. I don't know if you saw that. He actually stamped on the Stoke defender, got a straight red. It might even get extended that. You can't be doing that in this day and age. And he's a big player for them. Like I said, Sheffield United are on the bare bones. I didn't watch the game because, like I say, I had stuff planned with my partner. But they're on the bare bones. You know, Davis and Peck in midfield. Robinson still at centre-backs. They have no Suter. McCallum at left-back. Moore's not had a great season. Brewster. Ryan Brewster couldn't score in a brothel. And yeah. And I knew Sunderland are top. Top at home, aren't they? They're top side at home. So they lost 2-1. Obviously, Kiefer Moore misses a penalty. They get an own goal. But Isildur from Lord of the Rings on the 35th minute put them in front. And like I say, they win the game and happy days. They now have to they now are the chasing pack. What we will do, I've got loads on today, but we will have a final word tonight, of course. Listen, just speaking for myself, 2025 is the year. I've always maintained that no one will work harder than me, and that will continue. I'm telling you that now for a fact. 2025, no one will work harder than me. I'm busy this weekend. I still get plenty of content out. But my kids go back to school, obviously, from Monday, so we'll be there. You know, I think I'm thinking of 3 shows during the day. Morning, midday, night, you know. Lunchtime Leeds, late night Leeds. Good morning, Leeds. We will be there. Because it's January, and it's transfer window time. Yeah. Hoping Bogle is okay for the match. Well, according to Daniel, it was just a dead leg. So hopefully that won't be that deep. What we need to ensure is we don't mess about in January, though. That's something because we're already seeing Burnley have signed a right-back, competition for Roberts, maybe even a starting berth ahead of Roberts. Daniel Farker on the January window. This was posted 40 minutes ago. He must have said it in his post-match or pre-match. I don't know because it's all over the shop at the minute. Our recruitment and scouting departments are prepared for nearly every scenario. But yeah, it seems as well like, yeah, I was just thinking their press conference reaction and all that, and then that's been all over. But everything will continue, my folks. Everything will continue. Nothing's going to drop. Imitation is the biggest form of flattery and all that jazz. We move. Leeds United. Let's go. I'm just having a look to see if we've got any. Oh, I tell you what I did see, but I think it'd be more linked to. He'd be more linked to the Premier League, but we've been linked to him in the past. Everton defender Ben Godfrey obviously went to Atlanta. He's been told he can leave because he's no longer in the project. he's not even being put in the squad list for the Super Cup. So he's literally just there. And I know we've been linked to him in the past. Probably more likely that a Premier League club gets him, but he was at Everton and no one got him. And now, could that be an option for Leeds? I'm not too sure. We was on the cusp of promotion. Could you sell that to him? Maybe, because he's worked with Farker before. Might be something to think about with Ben Godfrey. But again, would he be starting? Probably not, you know. I don't think we find a place for him, really, do we? If I'm honest, because even at left back, I mean, Max Fober, quality again when he came on. I think he might start on the weekend against Hull. Byram could potentially move to right back, depending on. And apparently, Byram's was illness as well, folks. I knew Fober. I knew it wasn't a tactical thing, although Fober did improve us. But I do think he had illness. Did Byram? So he'd obviously got through the first half because he's a bit of a. He's just a workhorse, isn't he, man? So, do you know what? As well, I saw this. Everton have 12 players that will be out of contract in the summer. Ashley Young, Begovic, Coleman, Keane, Idrissa Gueye, Decore, Calvert-Lewin. While Virginia plus 4 loan players, which will obviously one of them will be Jack Harrison. But you'd have Matt Brozier, and I'm just looking because obviously you just got to look at stuff like that where you might be like, oh, could we get a free there? But yeah. I don't know, looking at them names. I'm not too sure. Let's get into some of your comments. So, big up to my man Danny, who was at the game yesterday. He says, worrying is like a rocking chair. Gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere. That's fair. That's quite philosophical, my man. Did say Sunderland 2-1 predictions. Watford 1-1. Do you know what, right? Let's just have a look at this. We will do a more in-depth video because we're going to predict the month of January. We're going to predict the month of January. And, just bear with us 1 second while I just find that video. It's going to be a nightmare. Because we do a lot of lives on the channel, as you know. So it had been at the start of the month, 3 weeks ago. You're looking at Quest for Success, Leeds December Point Challenge. That's it. Let me find it. Yeah, this is it. I want to look at the game. So we on game week 25. We are, aren't we? That's what we did up to because we did include the Blackburn game just for the purpose of the vid. Yeah, game week 25. So I'm going to share with you now. Yeah, like this is our prediction, and it wasn't just mine; it was yours as well. Oh no, that was when we were messing about with it. Hang on. Yeah, that was it. This is what we'd originally predicted, folks. Back then. Let me see if I can just make that. There we go. So this is what we'd predicted back at the start of the month. Let me just pause there so it's not playing through. It's not too dissimilar from the actual table. Obviously, we predicted that Leeds would be top of the table with a 5-point gap. That would have included, if we had a look, we actually had, you can see there, just at the bottom, we had Sunderland and Sheffield United drawing. I wonder if I can, I won't be able to scroll up. I was thinking, can I scroll up on the vid? I can't. But it's not too dissimilar. Obviously, Sheffield United find themselves in third. I'm just going to pull up the table so I can have a look how it compares against it. So we have Leeds top with 52 points, so 2 points less than we predicted. Obviously, we could have had that yesterday. We had Sheffield United on 49, which they're on. But they're in third. We had Burnley on 47. They've got 2 more points. We had Sunderland on 43. They've got 47. We had Watford on 43, which is the one misspeaks. They're down in 8th. Middlesbrough on 42 in 6th. They're on 40 in 5th. And West Brom and Blackburn have 39. We had West Brom down here. I think we had them having so many draws. Obviously, we were only out by 2 points. So, yeah, look, we weren't too far away. We weren't too far away, were we, really, in terms of our predictions? So, yeah, Locke says, to be honest, I think I'd rather be in the Championship than in the same league as you. Not for me, Tony. They don't have the staying power, mate. They're too inconsistent. This is the Championship. They might have had, let's have a look. I'm just having a look at their last 5. They've got 3 wins in the last 5. Lost to Stoke, drew a Blackburn, which isn't too bad of a result, really, is it? Beat Norwich, beat Swansea, and obviously beat Sheffield United. They've got Portsmouth up next, you'd imagine. They'll win that. Joe would have thought all three teams would have dropped on yesterday. Anything can happen in the game, 100%. Yeah, we will do. We're not going to do it now, but we will do it this week for sure, mate. At the end of the day, we just need to take... I can't remember loads of gilt-edge chances. The best chances that we created came from Solomon down the left-hand side. Hardest working Leeds content creator, Mr. Joe Wayman. Big up to you, Sean Ely. Joe, maybe transfer month, but there's no point till end of January. I'm not too sure. Why our fan base? Yeah, do you know, I was quite frustrated yesterday when people said I was being toxic and that, and oh, you're overreacting and that. It's like, no, we were just talking specifically about that game, and I was frustrated with that game. But you know, I'm calm. I'm calm about it, especially after the results have gone away. I'd have still been calm anyway, you know. Like, you know me, it's others that are like, yeah, sensationalize it all and like, you know, when really we've never been not in a race for promotion, and now we're leading pack going into the business end now. So it's cool. Godfrey North, I mean, he gets in at Leeds United. Of course he does. Hi, Joe. Happy New Year to you and family. I was at the game yesterday. I'm starting to get annoyed when people start. Yeah. Can't win them all, can you? And I know people don't like that as an excuse. You can't win them all. But we've lost. Let's have a look. We are the most informed team in the last 5 games, the last 10 games, the last 15 games. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, you can't win them all, but we're doing a fucking good job. Like, if you look at Leeds United over the last 5, best form. No losses in 5. Look over the last 10, won 7, drawn 2, lost only once. Best side. Last 50, you know, and we go on. So ultimately, we're up there. Even if we were to look at home form, Portsmouth have the best home form. We see there. That's obviously because we've dropped points. Look at the run Portsmouth have been on, by the way. That is amazing. Same as us, obviously, same points and whatnot. But, yeah, that's amazing. But this is what I'm saying. You know, when people are on about our away form, look at the teams that are up there in the home form in the last 5. Teams that are in relegation dogfights. West Brom are always good at home. Sunderland. Where's Sheffield United 8th? Where's Burnley? 13th. 13th. And I see people going, our away form will cost us. Why can't we be like Burnley? Well, all right, okay. Burnley might be better away, but look where they are at home. The 13th. 13th. Now, if you look at the away form, obviously Leeds are 3rd. Burnley. And we're 3 points behind them. They're more than three down in 13 for the home form table. Even when we look at the 10. Last 10 games, 3rd. Last 15, 3rd. Burnley are top throughout that, but if we go to the home form table, last 5, Burnley are 13th. Last 10, Burnley are 5th. Last 15, Burnley are 5th. So who's actually looking better here? Well, the table doesn't lie, does it? Who's the best team in the division? It's always been Leeds. Regardless of position, it's always been Leeds and always will be Leeds. Verpers should be back soon, I hope. Godfrey has not been the same since he got injured. That's why we got rid of him. Foba looked good yesterday. I hope he stays in Jan. I'd like him to as well, to be honest. Yeah, Sunderland had a better Christmas than predicted for sure. I think they were in poor form leading up to our predictions, and that's probably what swayed it. Mental, innit, Graham? That's what I'm saying. And do you know what? Even if they'd have won points, let's say they both win, neither of them would have gone past us in the table, and would have still gone, okay, we didn't lose. We played. Look, say what you want about John Eustace, but he's good in terms of his defensive setup. He's very pragmatic. He knows how to get results. We've seen that. Let's not forget the Birmingham side that he had in the top 6 got relegated. Now, admittedly, a lot of that was down to Wayne Rooney, but they were in the top 6 when he got the boot. Blackburn, when he came in, were in a relegation battle. They're now in the top 6. He's a very good manager. Do I like his style of football? I guess I've only seen it against us. We'll see it when they play Burnley. But I'd imagine it'll be more of the same. It's not something I would enjoy watching week in, week out. people want to talk about Farke boring. That wasn't great, but it gets results, and it's a results-based business. And we have to give credit to Blackburn. I don't want to take any shine away from them whatsoever. I thought they were decent in what they did. For me, it was one of the best defensive setups we've come up against. Burnley was up there, of course. Burnley were quality, but we created more against Burnley than we did against this Blackburn side. We created more against Burnley than we did against the Blackburn side. I think Blackburn, defensively, in terms of the setup from the manager, were tip-top. So, you know, we have to give credit there. The lineup, do I think we should have won the game pre-game? Yeah, the lineup not great and stuff. We had a chance to win it with the penalty. And then we throw it away. But it is what it is. A point gained. You know, that's how we have to look at it. Anybody that's throwing the baby out with the bathwater after a draw at home against Blackburn, a side that we've struggled against while John Eustace has been in charge, I think they're doing too much. But that's just my opinion. Joe the happy clapper Wayman. I don't know if you could call me a happy clapper, mate, because when I'm that's something that gets troped out. You can see through watching my journey, sometimes I've been happy, sometimes I've been sad. But when you look at, if you want to call me a happy clapper under the Farke regime, then fair enough, up to this point. But if we went to the Prem and we started struggling and it was crazy decisions, that would change. I don't conform to, oh, I'm going to happy clap, oh, I'm going to be negative. I just say it how I see it. That's the best way. I think too many won't say what they really feel and all that sort of stuff through fear of maybe upsetting people or losing subscribers. For me, you know, it's always been it's me, and you're only gonna get me regardless. You know, so you just have to look at different points in time where I've been happy. Look at the Jesse stuff. People were still like, "Urgh," and I was like, no, gone, because it was shit. And if this was shit, I try and be objective. Sometimes I'm emotional in the case, but I wake up, you know, we're cool. We're cool. But if you want to call me a happy clapper, it's calm. I don't mind it, Sean. 7 points from 9 before the Stoke game, we'd have all taken it, 100%. And how many games have we played in such a short space of time? Is it like 4 in 12 days? That's a lot of football. When bring Joseph and Bamford on should have been put. Yeah. Yeah, don't do that, Sean. Let's not do that, bro. All about stirring the pot. Let's have a look. How many loan slots? How many have we got on loan? I'm not too sure. Kershaw, big up to you, mate. Kershaw's one of the FDL, the Farke Defence League. Big up to Kershaw. It says, Happy New Year, Joe. Best Christmas period I can remember for a long time. Yeah, man. Happy New Year, Joe. Wishing you and your family all the love, health, and happiness for 2025. Marching on together, Dave. Big up to you. Hey, my girlfriend, actually, right? I had to do, I had to get an MOT on my car, and like, she obviously saved me alarm because my memory is really bad, and put it on her phone and was like, Mott. But so then she texted me, Mott, and I was like, oh, look at her. She's getting into the Leeds thing. But she actually meant MOT, not actual Mott. So, yeah. I was like, okay, nice one. But hey ho, she now knows what Mott stands for, and it's not Mott. It's MOT, marching on together, of course. Check for Tadza. Let's make it happen, mate. Let's make it happen. Sean says, you are far from a happy clapper. You do always say how you feel. That's the best way, mate, right? It's the best way. Tom Raab says, Pirro and Melia, both nowhere near good enough. Both being... disagree, Tom. Massively disagree. How can you say the top scorer at Leeds United is being carried? It's just like, even if you maybe don't rate some of his performance, if he's a top scorer at the club, he's not carried. He was the top scorer last season. He's doing the carrying at times. He's getting us out of sticky situations by that logic. Remove his goals, then what? Remove his substitute goals, then what? Come on now, that's not right. Yeah, Bob, they do, man. They do, because their squad. I remember at the start of the season when I said Leeds had the the best squad, the depth, and all that sort of. I think the only one that can chat to us is Burnley. I think first 11, when all fit, Sheffield United can. We're talking Blaster, we're talking Ahmed Hodzic, we're talking Suter, we're talking Raksaki. All them players being fit, ready, raring to go, they can chat to us. But when you lose a few, which Leeds United had happened, but our depth has plugged them gaps. But when they've lost a few, they look nowhere near. Sidney Peck, there was talk of Sidney Peck going on loan to League One Rotherham. He's now starting for them. Rian Brewster couldn't score in a brothel. Raksaki's not about, so Tom Davis, who was at Everton, walking injury. Boom. Let's have a look. Because of chances created with the squad, we are consistently have 3 or 4 clear-cut chances again. Yeah, but they don't fall to Pirro. If 3 or 4 chances fell to Pirro, we'd probably score 3 or 4 goals. So I don't think you can say that he's been carried. I'd definitely. Big up to Matty. Big up, mate. I hope you're doing well. He said, massive respect to Eustace, bro. He knows how to nullify a strong lead side with weaker opposition. Fair play. Yeah, exactly, mate. And we got a point better than we'd done previously. And Matty, you'd have been at the game. I don't know if you got to see it from your vantage point. You probably did. But whenever we got to the final third, it was just a sea of black and red shirts. And I thought their discipline and their structure was one of the best we've come up against. It was akin to Burnley's when they came here. But we created more against Burnley. I think you could argue Blackburn defensively are the best side we've come up against. And you have to give them props for that. You have to. No. When he picked up that ball, you stay away from it. The worst thing is when it was given, he ran for it straight away. And I shit myself. Because he'd have missed, and then they'd have gone up the other end and scored and would have lost 1-0. See, we don't know. That's what I'm saying. There shouldn't be so much pressure. I was like, this is must win. We've got a 3-point gap. Their games are much tougher than ours. Burnley Blackburn's got draw written all over it, I'd say. Sheffield United have to go to Watford. Watford have lost the last 2, but they've not really gone on a run where they lose. So it wouldn't surprise me if boom. Hannibal's out. Hannibal got a red card for Burnley as well. So, and look, it says, when we talk about Blackburn, John Eustace was buzzing after the game. Did you see him giving it to someone in the stands? Hey, come on, because they got a draw at Ellen Road. It's a massive result for them. Blackburn are our kryptonite like Southampton from last season. We don't have to play them now, do we? We're done, aren't we? I don't give a schmidt, Kershaw says, we were so unlucky with the equaliser. Rodon tried to let it go out for a goal kick. Didn't see the big lad behind him. On reflection, it's not a bad draw. On reflection, it's not. Yes, bro, so well organised. 100% agree. The best we've seen at Ellen Road. I was annoyed with the away games as there was a pattern to them. This was just one of them. We move. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Bogle only got a dead leg, so he shouldn't be out for long, thankfully. Exactly, mate. Good morning, my lovely Leeds fans. The Mackham Cabby. I said you would do it for us, didn't you? I said it to my friends in the shop. He's like, oh, Sunderland, we were at top. We had an 8-point gap. I said, don't worry, mate. You were never going to maintain it, but you're going to win on the weekend. Or not the weekend. We don't know what day it is right now, but you're going to win midweek. And he was like, I'm not sure. And they did. Big up to the Mackham Cabby for helping us out against Sheffield United. Meaning Leeds United are top with a 3-point gap, with a goal difference of 29. Burnley in second on 49. Sheffield United in third on 49. Sunderland in fourth in 47. Remember I said, by the end of the season, Leeds United will have a 10-point gap. And for those that say, oh, you're crazy or whatever, they were saying the same things when I said we'd be top going into the new year. I can go back to that video that we did at the start of the month, and I can guarantee there's comments on there saying you're clueless, saying you're this, saying you're that. Hang on. We'll have a look. Let's have a look. Thunder Lips. With disappointing returns against Portsmouth, Burnley, Sunderland, Bristol and Blackburn so far, I'd say this prediction is the absolute limit of what we could hope for. Sheffield United have already established the gap. We could keep hoping to make, and now they'll play without fear. They're now in third. You know. Let's have a look. You will drop points, no doubt. Kickboxing Blade says, nonsense. Where are you? Where are you? David King says, next few results will be lost. Draw, draw, win, win, loss. He also says, you don't win games on paper. No, I know that, but it's fun to do, isn't it? Let's have a look. 10 points only for me in December, said Steve Brown. We win 2 all games, a draw with Borough, draw all 3 away games. Hope he's wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong. Paul G says, if only it was this easy. It was. Simon W. Leeds. I wonder if that's Simon Wayne and Leeds. That's my brother. There is never an easy month for Leeds, not even in pre-season. There was. You know. Matt Clinton. This made me chuckle. Haven't been unfair. You've got West Brom join every single game. You've looked at form for a lot of games, but never looked at Sheffield United's form. They're top of the league for a reason, and that's because they win tight games. They can win ugly, and Leeds to win at all but one despite their poor away form. What happened? What happened, Matt Clinton, you blade? You blunt. You tit. I love it. West Brom have 9 draws in 10. What's your point? He said. So that means they're going to draw every single game going forward. We got them wrong by 2 points. With that logic, because Leeds, Burnley, and Sheffield United win most games, they're going to win every game for the rest of the season. Well, yeah, but probably more than likely. Yeah, he says my logic makes no sense. Let's have a look. What else has been said on this? I'm with you, Joe, says John Shows. 100% believe we're top at the end of the month. As for the debate, I also get the feeling Connor wants Farker out. He also slaughters Aronson every game, even when he plays well. Joseph is definitely his boy and starts every game, even if Pirro scores 5 in 5. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but this is what I'd pick up from what Connor says. I don't think you've missed a beat, have you, John? Oh, God. Nonsense, it says. Yeah, it was funny. Never an easy month. There wasn't an easy month. Big up, mate. Big up. Have a wonderful day. Nice. I was going to say you can come and take me for a taxi ride, mate, but I drive now, so it's all good. Boba deserves a start. He would have had starts, mate. He would have had starts, but the reason he didn't have starts is because he got injured. So, yeah, I think he comes in. Isidore. I'm not surprised, mate, when he was forged in the mountains of Mount Doom. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, mate. Let someone else get him better. Big up to Josh, who says Joe keeps more receipts than Argos. You know. Yeah, you can't always get them right. You can't always get them right, can you? Adam, it was back in thought it was 4 weeks ago, bro. It was, don't take it personally, it's just a laugh. So don't even laugh. It was 4 weeks ago that, and he was. 4 weeks ago it was. 4 weeks ago, we did a counterpoint, and I asked him, will Leeds United get promoted? And his answer was no. A week later, he said, yeah. Come on. Changes his opinion more times than I change my knickers. You know what I mean? Whereas your boy has maintained from game week 1 to game week 25 that Leeds United will win the league and have a gap by about 10 points. Spitting fire. Spitting fire. So 4 weeks ago he was, man. But listen, it's not personal. It's fun. It's all a bit of fun. It's YouTube, isn't it? Don't think we should get too far ahead of ourselves. Connor is boys on cats. Oh, no, I don't do that. Sorry. I didn't read the rest of that. And for what it's worth, I actually like boys on. Adams coming. Is he part of the CDL Connor Defence League? You were also calling Melia the best keeper in the league earlier this season. Wrong, Adam. Wrong. Definitely haven't this season at all. Last season, right at the start, yeah. Not now, and haven't for a while. You don't watch regularly, do you? Definitely don't. Sean, I'd love to put that up, mate, but I can't. I would love it, Tommy K. I didn't know you were a Forest fan, Tommy K. Big up to you. Need any centre backs this window? We probably could do, but we won't. Bamadelli, I think, might rock up at Sheffield United, but he'd be a great pickup. Obviously, worked at Norwich with Farker as well. Paul, man, you're crazy at this point, bro. If you think we're top of the league and have won more games than anyone in 2024, in spite of a manager, is mental, mate. It is mental. Like, it just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. It just can't happen. Players, unfortunately, don't have the tactical nows. Like Eddie Howe spoke about it before, man. I listened to it when he was talking about, he talks about having freedom within a structure. If you put 11 players on the pitch and went, go play, they would not do well. That's why managers get sacked. You know, if you think we're there in spite of him, it's too much, man. You're doing too much. You think we've won the most points in 2024 in spite of the manager? Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, 4 points. 4 points. You're right. It's like 4 points. You're right. Yeah, White Swan, this is the point, innit? This is the point. Job half done. Halfway through the season. 21 games to go. Leeds United are in tip-top spot, you know? Which I agree with. Because, Sam, you're looking at a small game window. How many games did Marsh come in? I'll qualify my statement. Marsh came in at not much time. The opposition he placed were far inferior. If you look at the games that we won towards the end of the season, they came away from Marsh's structure and played the Bielsa structure within them games. We all saw it with our very own eyes. Yeah? We're now looking at Farker over 46 plus 25 is 60, nearly 70 games. Nearly 70 games. Now, that's where there's a difference. Anyone who watched them games towards the end of the season saw Leeds United revert back to the Bielsa way. Definitely. Yeah, Happy New Year. There will be many twists and turns, but ultimately I do believe by the end of the season, Leeds United will win the league, you know, and we'll be fine. I don't mark a Celtic. I think a 10's the keep it, and we'll see where we go from there. We'll see where we go from there. But listen, I don't want to keep you too long. It's been lovely spending this morning with you. It's now 10 a.m. I need to get my kids ready and out of the house because we're going on a little shopping trip to Newcastle today. And going to spend the day. There will be a final word this evening, though, later on. So make sure you join me for that. And then, obviously, I don't know. What day is it? It's Thursday. Friday, there'll be a preview. And then we will have the... We will have the watch along. I'm thinking as well, what I might do is like start doing a morning show on the match day of the games as well. I'm thinking I might do like an instant match reaction myself, and then later on in the evening do like a fan-led match interaction with groups of people like we've done before. Maybe like split it up like that. Like I say, no one will work harder, so we will be there. So thank you, as always, for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in a bit. Peace out. Love you all. Bye.